moving forward, I guess, and like how important do you find it, I guess? Yeah, just like making personal connections and stuff like that.
Well, coming back to like the actual story, it's basically I came to England and I was very, I guess, confident in the opinion that like I don't need nobody. I'm here. I'm the important one. Fuck everybody. That's it. Like I'm here. I'm not gonna go out of my way to like either please other people, meet other people. I'm just gonna be here, who I am, and that's it. And I
Mm,
think that was a big mistake which I made.
Mm.
I should have met more people. I was first time alone in a foreign land. I didn't know nobody. I didn't know how it worked. I didn't even understand people half of the time because of the accent. So, in reality, I was overestimating my ability to be, I don't know, alone. And
mm,
then after some time, I was just like, I got like really sad. I got in a very depressed state. So I'm like staying alone in my room, not going out, not meeting people, not talking to anyone. And I got like sick. But my temperature was quite high. And I'm just sitting in the bed and I'm like, I want like some soup or like I want some water. Like I can't call anyone. I don't really talk to my neighbors. Like I'm just alone. I can call my mom, but like my mom is then gonna be very scared. So I'm
mm,
like, I'm not gonna inform my parents. So I'm just alone. That's it. Nobody. And then I said, okay, let me repeat it. So next year I'm gonna meet new people. And this year, last year, I met a lot of new people. So I'm a
mm.
hell of a lot more great.
Yeah.
And I think it was a very important time in my life because it showed to me that however strong I am, I still need people around me who
Me.
Mm.
either support me or even push me down. But at least it's something, something
Mhm.
Yeah.
feasible. So yeah, the importance of people around you is very strong, even if we don't believe it.
Yeah, definitely. And then like because I know you also said that when it comes to like traveling and I guess like studying abroad more so because that's like you really like make like a base and like meet lots of people. But you were saying that like it just like you feel like it affects your psychology because you like make all these connections and then they just go and
Mhm.
and I remembered like because you were saying that and I was like on one hand like you are correct because like some of the people you meet you just like will never see again and like that really does sort of suck, but then it's like on the other hand it's like well you now have people like all over the world that you sort of like are broadening your world and like if things like work out you'll be able to see them and things like that. But do you feel that at all, or is it just mainly just like the negative like sort of like
Well,
aspect of it?
for me personally, it's that I don't know, from like childhood, I had a very hard time keeping up with like friendships. So
Mm,
let's
Definitely.
say I had a friend for like 10 years, we were classmates, and then either he went away or I went away. And for some reason, I find it very hard to like message them like every week or
mm,
every like month. So like I forget or like I just don't. And then as time goes on, I just don't and I don't. And even though like, oh yes, I have him, I know him, I haven't talked to him for like 3 to 5 years, and I think like,
yeah.
well, I lost it. So like for me personally, if I traveled a lot and I met like a lot of new people and made a lot of new friends, they would just be like, okay, I met this person, and then he just left, and then like the sort of psychology behind friendships would diminish because I just like meet new people. They're my friends. I leave them. That's it. No,
Mhm.
nothing sort of residual. It's like
No.
always short term.
Mhm.
Do you care to like create any lifelong lasting relationships? And are
Well,
you
yeah.
okay? Then are you ready to do the work to do it? Like, because I also agree when it comes to like it can be quite hard to like reach back out to people after you haven't spoken to them in a long time. But in the same way of kind of like making people uncomfortable in a way, like when you say something like outrageous, I think it's on almost similar to like not even necessarily making them uncomfortable, but it's like kind of in that same breath, like you can think of it like me reaching out to them, like what's the worst that they could, like what's the worst response that I could get in return, like no matter how much time
Mm.
went past. And honestly, a lot of people that I've met actually in my travels, they really do appreciate when I do reach back out. And I think when Kim and I started Wanderlusty and got this project all together, I was reaching out to people who I haven't talked to in years and stuff. And they were just so excited actually to just catch up and reconnect and just like see where what level, where we at right now and stuff. And like, it wasn't no hard feelings about like having grown distant from each other, because the older we get, the more that we recognize life goes on. Life is very busy. Life has so many components that we can't, it would be wrong for us to be like looking at each other like, damn, you ain't hit me up in 3 to 5 years and da 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 da, like we're not friends anymore. It's like, hold up, but you didn't hit me up in 3 to 5 years either. And so for me to do that effort to reconnect or to maintain relationships and stuff going forward, like people actually wind up appreciating it a lot more and stuff, because they also have the same difficulty. And I mean, most people wouldn't hold it against you if you did like take your time. And I feel like, I don't know, like if like with Kim, she like definitely a person I talk to quite often, especially in regards to the podcast and stuff. But I'm sure that like if I was working a different type of job, or Kim was working like somewhere else and had a super busy schedule, and all these new friends that of course y'all all know each other over there and stuff, like I mean, it's very possible that me and Kim probably wouldn't even speak as much as we did, unless that's why we also created this project, so we could maintain relationships and stuff, because like we know how difficult it is. And sometimes talking to people one-on-one, at least for me, I get a little socially anxious. So I think like kind of this type of group format is really nice and stuff. And like, I don't know, even with like some people, you can be like, oh, can we do a group FaceTime, or like, just whatever. So everybody's energies can kind of just bounce off each other, as opposed to like, we just looking at each other like, so what you been up to for the last 9 years? Like, I have no idea. But I mean, I feel you 100%. Maintaining adult relationships, maintaining relationships in general is just, it takes work. But you got the strength to do it. And I just love also that you said like, your revelation on realizing that it's like not just you, like that you really do need connections and stuff, and like, that you need people around you and everything, because we don't exist in this world alone, and we're actually very social creatures, very social animals and stuff. So